I had this great idea. What if the iPhone and the Samsung and the OnePlus will have a baby phone? And that phone, it will be the ideal phone that everybody wants. I was watching Travis on Travis MCP channel. By the way, great channel, Travis, if you're watching this. And he was talking about having loyalty or not having loyalty to any brand. And I think he's right. My channel, the first 1000, is actually a channel that would help somebody who's starting and gets to the 1000 subscriber list. And in the same time, I'm presenting another section of the channel which is called Tools of Trade, and Tools of Trade might be everything that can make you a more successful YouTuber. So my quest actually started to see where can I get the best camera gear, and not just camera gear, because sometimes you don't have a camera, and all in all you need a phone, and that made me think what would be the best phone to actually have as YouTuber. And I had a few requirements around it. Yeah, so it has to be 4K camera both on the rear and the front camera, and ideally should have a bokeh effect, so defocus background like here when we film like this. Sometimes you have to press the button. You see the difference. By the way, I'm filming with the Sony ZV-1, which is a great camera actually for a vlogger or for a YouTuber. And what I was yeah, phone. Yeah, so I would love to have a self-sufficient operating system. So if I can hook it up wirelessly to a bigger screen or so on, I can actually edit my videos on it if I'm pressed for time and I don't have any laptop around me. My phone before I started the YouTube channel was a OnePlus 5T, which is this particular one. Now, what happened, the screen on this one broke and I had to replace it, and the volume doesn't work anymore. It works just if you adjust it from the menus itself, which is great. However, this camera on the back is a 4K camera, but it's kind of rubbish. I mean, it's 4th generation or 5th generation already back. Yeah. So we had what? We had the 5T, we had the 6T, 7 Pro, 7T, 8 Pro, and 8T. So there are about 5 generation or 6 generation of other phones. So all in all, I was thinking what kind of phone should I actually buy, so I fill this gap. So because I love the Oxygen OS, which is, I think in my opinion, the best Android skin or the best Android operating system. Is the lightest, the smoothest, the batteriest of all. I bought an OnePlus 8 Pro. I actually did 2 videos, there might be a link here, in which I assessed the quality of that phone. All in all, one thing it went for 8 Pro, it was the 120 Hz screen, the battery speed, the 865 plus Snapdragon. That phone was a marvel in speed. I don't think it's any other phone that is so fast on the market than the OnePlus. It might be, but not the one that I tested. I love that phone. It had a good 4K camera on the rear, but it didn't have the 4K camera on the front, which actually posed a little bit of a question that wasn't filling my requirements. So what I did actually sell that one, and I bought this particular one, which is iPhone 11. I bought the iPhone 11 while iPhone 12 was just coming on the market, and iPhone just came with this rubbish, you know, that hey, no more charges because we want to protect the world and the earth. And by the way, you guys were those ones that would change the cables every generation. So a good screen. It's 60 Hertz. It's actually pretty battery for 60 Hertz, and it has a good depth. What I like at this phone and what I like at the iPhone 11 and iPhone 12 is the chassis. The chassis, it's very premium, and Then I have the Samsung, the S series. It could be the Note as well, but I didn't like the Note because the camera on the back, it was just huge and ugly, and I don't like ugly cameras. Even this is why I bought the iPhone 11, because the cameras are a little bit more elegant. You know, they are not that big. I mean, it's a phone, yeah, at the end of the day. And I bought this Samsung as well. A beautiful phone as well. A different form factor, Android, and yeah. So what does this have that this doesn't have? Well, although that the iPhone 11 I think has one of the best 4K cameras on the market, both on front, on the rear, and not just the 11, probably the 12 and 12 Pro and so on. It doesn't have one thing for it. It doesn't have a bokeh effect or a defocus background. Both on the rear and on the front of camera, you can take pictures, but you cannot actually record videos. Now this one has it, and it has it all. It has an 8K camera on the back, which, in all honesty, that's more of a gimmick in my opinion. As a YouTuber, I don't think you need an 8K camera unless you are doing very nice movies and that's your niche. But for what I'm doing here, just sitting in the room and from time to time going outside, that's enough. However, this has a bokeh effect both on the rear and on the front of the camera, and it's working fine. It's absolutely good. And what goes for it is the DeX system, in which you can actually connect wirelessly to smart TV, or to a monitor, and you can actually use it as a computer. You can't do that with the iPhone. You can do it on the iPhone, and you can edit a video. Obviously, you have iMovie, and I have Power Director, and the same on this one. And pretty much it's connectable to anything. The camera is pretty great. Now, what are the differences between the camera between this iPhone and the Samsung? The Samsung has a little bit of a bluish color tint, which I don't quite enjoy. I have to muck around a little bit. I have the phone just since one day, so I have to muck around to see the colors, how I can adjust them. And the iPhone has the most natural colors of all. I must admit, the Bionic chip that they have, it's one of the best graphic processors. And the other thing that probably I don't quite enjoy that much at Samsung is the fact that it doesn't quite feel that premium. It feels like a little bit of a plasticky, you know, like the poor cousin in a sense, and I don't like that. So all in all, to me, an ideal baby between Samsung, iPhone, and OnePlus, it would be to have the chassis. The chassis could be from OnePlus or from iPhone, because it feels very premium. With all the software and stuff from Samsung, the cameras that should be capable to do the focus background both on the front and on the rear, capable of 4K to 60 up to 60 frames, which is this one, and the battery smoothness from Oxygen OS on them. That would be my ideal phone, and I don't think I would have any problems. And no notch, no notch. The iPhone is killing me with a notch, you know. Is actually, if you put it like this, it actually looks like the Apple logo with the bite in it. And I think this is why they put it like this, you know. I mean, come on, 3 generation with the same crap. Come on, Apple, get your game on, you know. I mean, you have nice phones, but, you know, whenever I watch a movie, I watch on this one, look, uninterrupted screen. I might have a small camera here, but this one is just, nah. Once you have it, you can't go back to this crap, okay? So get your game together. But the camera, mind-blowing camera. So that's my ideal one. OnePlusy semi. I don't know how I would call that that phone. So with let's say Samsung Sam, Apple, yeah, it sounds good. Obi-Wan, Apple, Sam. Obi-Wan, Apple, Sam. Tell me in the comments what would be your ideal phone when you mix them together, and also how would you call it? How would you call it? Just give me your opinions. Give me your opinions. We'll love the comments. And on that note, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. My name is Edward from the first 1000, and just press those buttons, the bell button, you know, and the subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next video. By the way, I have some other videos where I actually reviewed the OnePlus 8 Pro and iPhone 11 and Samsung S20 Plus 5G. Peace.